Hi, Black from Football Biz at Karuke, and today I'm going to box the brand new Speciali Eternal by Umbro Football. Let's get the box out of the bigger box. Just bear with me. So this came in a special presentation box. Let me just take this off. So what we got in the front, Umbro Speciali Eternal Forever the leather. Alright, I think it is a tab like this. It just opens up like this. So in the box we get a nice little Umbro boot bag. Speciali Eternal on the side there, a little holder there. Let's get the boots out of the bag. Alright, so here they are. The Speciali has been headlined by some of the greatest ever footballers, including Shearer, Valderrama and Deco, and Umbro have now updated their Speciali collection, adding the new Speciali Eternal. A classic is reborn. As the name suggests, the Speciali Eternal is a full-grain leather boot designed to replicate the classic Specialis of old. Design-wise, Umbro have given the Speciali Eternal a super classic design. From heel to toe, Umbro use a black leather upper with several rows of stitching. Umbro's double diamonds logos are seen on both sides of the boot, while additional branding is seen on the tongue, heel and sole. Colorway wise, black is the dominant colour, with touches of white seen on the branding and sole. Extra touches of clematis blue are seen on the heel, sock liner and the lining inside the tongue, while a freckle of gold colours the Speciali name on the tongue. So I'll bring the boot closer so we can have a closer look at the colourway. So yeah, stitching lines are pretty much seen everywhere, even on the heel counter. Umbro logo in white on the heel. Big double diamonds logo on the lateral side of the boot. An Umbro logo on the forefoot here. A big Umbro logo on the tongue with a little Speciali text in gold. Another big double diamonds logo on the medial side of the boot. A little bit of clematis blue and white line running down on the tongue, on the heel, sorry. On the sole, the whole sole's white, transparent studs, little Umbro logo on the heel here, wishbone text, wishbone is black. If we look at the sock liner, big a white Umbro logo with Speciali Eternal in gold, nice little touch. Flip the fold over tongue over, we've also got another Umbro logo, and in the text says designed in England. It's another nice touch. So with most modern leather boots using K leather, the Speciali Eternal uses the highest grade of full grain leather from heel to toe. In hand, the leather is very soft and is strengthened with several stitching lines on the forefoot, midfoot and heel. So yeah, stitching lines cover this whole boot, which gives it one of the most classic touches I've seen in a leather boot these days. So stitching lines everywhere, on the midfoot, on the forefoot, to really give the leather structure and a bit of durability. So for a classic touch, the fold over tongue has been used, which is padded for added comfort with a touch of fastening to keep it in place. So it's going to provide a much more cleaner striking surface on top of your foot. Flip it up. It's got a bit of Velcro to keep it fastened down. But yeah, a real nice classic touch to the Speciali Eternal. The A-frame seen on previous Specialis has been used on this boot for extra structure and support in the midfoot. So it's this A-frame here. It's sort of an internal cage that just really locks down your midfoot into the boot. So it's going to be a lot better for like traction, agility and acceleration. So the game itself has now become more physical, so Umbro have given the Speciali Eternal a full-length insole board for more rigidity, while the famous wishbone technology on the outsole now connects the midfoot area with the studs for additional stability. So in hand, the sole is very stiff and very supportive in my eyes. Flex screws in the forefoot offer flexibility and movement in that region, which players expect from a modern football boot, while resized studs have been placed in a more ergonomic pattern to reduce stud pressure under your feet. So your conical studs, 4 on the heel, and heaps of conical studs on the forefoot. Wishbone really connects the heel and the forefoot studs together. It's going to be really stable, secure, comfortable sole plate. A really good thing to have on a modern leather boot. So it's going to be much better than the old Specialis, which had, say, like the moldy studs and the old sole plate design. This is designed for really professional use in a sense. A dipped Achilles heel tab reduces foot fatigue and pressure, while a pre-molded sock liner gives enhanced fit and support. Altogether, this boot stands up to be a very special release by Umbro. It reminds me of a lot of Adidas's new Gloria and Copa Mundial ranges. First impressions, I really feel like Umbro have made a wise decision to create a leather boot which uses much more classic technologies over modern technologies. The boot is much more classic than previous generations of Speciali, which I feel is a good thing. The pros of this boot is comfort, design and touch, while the major cons will be the weight of the boots. Don't expect this boot to be very lightweight. It has a lot of classic technology, so it's going to be a lot heavier than, say, the Tempo Legend 5. The good thing about this classic range is that it can be worn by professionals, meaning that it can perform at the highest level, in which the likes of Adidas's Copa Mundial and Nike's Premier boots did not combat. So this will be worn by the likes of Real Madrid's Pepe, who headlined the range in La Liga and Champions League. So a full review of this boot will be on the card, so make sure you subscribe to the channel for when that video comes up. Thanks for watching, and as always, we'll see you next time.
Give it one more chance.